Hello again, and welcome to Masterpieces Theater. I am your host today, Masterpiece, or Master P for short. Today, we have a rather interesting tale as we look into Phidias' statue of Zeus at the Temple of Zeus in Olympia. Phidias was born around 380 BCE, and he died around 330 BCE. He was a painter, an architect, and a sculptor, but what we know him most famous for is the Parthenon. Phidias is most famous for working on the Parthenon, where he built the Athena Parthenos, a 40-foot tall statue made of ivory and gold. Sorry, I seem to have lost my moustache. Anyway, after completing the statue, Phidias was in Athens. However, the city started to investigate his use of money. So the day came about where the city of Athens tried Phidias for misuse of funds. And on that day, the court was like, "This court finds you guilty." A punishment that was penalized by either death or exile. And on that day, Phidias decided to do something drastic. He said, "Screw you, I'm going to Olympia where I'm going to make this place look like crap." So, Phidias fled Athens and went to Olympia, where he was commissioned to build the statue of Zeus at Olympia. Live from Olympia right now, we have with us reporter Finn Nunmaker. This is Finn Nunmaker reporting live from Olympia, where I am several hundred feet away from the Temple of Zeus. But behind me is the workshop of Phidias, where in 1958, an excavation took place that revealed scraps of ivory, woodworking tools, furnaces for metal, and kilns for terracotta. But what is also really important about that excavation, they found a mug here with the inscription that says, "I belong to Phidias." Phidias probably set up this workshop upon his arrival to Olympia. When he got here, he was probably like, "This is my workshop." But what he designed his workshop to be was the exact dimensions of the temple, so that he could kind of have a tryout period with the erection of the base of the sculpture and with the sculpture itself before he actually moved it into the temple. It's a sad fact that the sculpture isn't seen anywhere else today, that it was destroyed somewhere around the 4th century AD. It was amazing how a sculpture that became one of the 7 wonders of the world was never reproduced, and only images of it seen are on Roman coins produced around the 2nd century AD. I'm sure if we could see the sculpture today, we would all be in amazement. Actually, here's a gentleman here. Let me get your reaction. If you could see the sculpture today, what would you say, sir?
They're ginormous!
Well, thank you. That was an interesting reaction. I'm Finn Nunmaker here at Olympia, saying that's the way the temple crumbles. Peace out. Yes, indubitably. So with this workshop in place, Phidias went about building the statue, and he was completed around 430 BCE.
Sir, you did it! I did it! In your faces!
Upon its completion, you can see the statue of Zeus was complete with a footstool where Zeus had his feet, a mantle where he had over his lap and waist, and he was holding a scepter with an eagle on top, and in his right hand he held a Nike that was also made out of gold and ivory. Despite the fame of the statue, there are no reproductions of it anywhere. The only evidence we have of it is writings by famous poets and philosophers, and images of it that we see on coins from the Roman centuries 2nd and 1st AD. So thank you for tuning in to today's Masterpieces Theater. We hope to see you again sometime. Until then, cheerio.